we have to rebuild the deck on this John Deere D160. It's got a 48-inch deck. Every spindle on it has got play. All the pulleys don't spin free, so we're going to replace all 3 spindles and all 3 of the regular pulleys. Then we're going to knock this loose paint off, sand down some areas where it's flaking, and we're going to repaint it. Alright, we're going to start off unboxing the parts I got. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing here. I bought a kit to rebuild my deck with on Amazon. Came with all 3 of your regular pulleys, all 3 spindles, a new set of blades, and a belt. There's one of your idlers here. Okay. Looks like we got everything. There's another idler. There's our blades. And 3 spindles. We've also got another box here. A little beat up. Hopefully everything's alright. That should match good enough. A little pack of LED bulbs. I didn't video any of this, but I cleaned this machine up and I took the headlights out, took the lenses off the housing and cleaned them up real good so they look basically brand new, but the bulbs were blown, so we're going to put some LEDs in. That's everything. But first, we're going to remove the deck, and I'm not going to show that because there's thousands of videos on how to do that. This is a John Deere D160 with a 48-inch deck. So I'll bring you back once we have the deck removed and we're ready to start working on it. All right, just like that, we're back. The deck is removed from the mower. Let's go ahead and get it stripped down. To remove the pulleys here off each spindle, you'll have a 22mm socket. May need to take this belt guide off to get this one off. Yeah. Then we have a cover over there we need to remove. Looks like about a 10mm. There. figure out what size the idler pulleys are. Once we get those removed, we'll be able to get the belt off. They're going to be a 15. Maybe. Alright, let's go ahead and remove this retainer. It looks like a 10 millimeter again. Alright. Let's go ahead and get our old spindles out. They're a 10 as well. Now we should be able to get the deck. Underside actually looks great. No grass piled up underneath it or anything. I am going to take these, wow. Yeah, I'm going to take these blades off and put a new edge on them. These can be used again. All right. We're going to lay it back down now. I'm not going to take this and the wheels. I'm not going to take all these little things off. I just want to hit these spots that all the paint's flaking off, get it cleaned up, and give it a little tss. We'll be using, let's just call it like an abrasive wheel. It kind of looks like a Brillo pad. Got it on a grinder. Like I said, we're going to hit these spots here and get that loose paint off. All right, you guys get the point. We're just going to go around. What you already see what I'm doing here. When I see a rough spot, I'm just cleaning it all up until it's fairly smooth. It's a lawnmower deck. It's not going to Barrett Jackson anytime soon, so we're just aiming to preserve it more than make it look good, but it's going to look way better than it does now. Yep, I'll bring you guys back once we get this part done. I'm going to finish sanding it all up, wipe it down, and I'll bring you back when we're ready to paint it. Alright, so we're, I'd say probably about halfway there. We still got some stuff down here along the bottom to get, and back here. a little bit over there, and that's where we stopped when our last battery died. So I'm gonna go charge some batteries up and I'll get back to it. Alright, we got all the loose paint chipped off, and I've got the front here, around the side. I've got basically this whole area clean and ready for paint. So I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit on it, see what it looks like. Alright, we got the right side of it primed up. So I'm going to let that dry while I prep the left side for primer. And just like that, the whole thing is primed. We'll give it a few more minutes to dry up a little bit, and then we're going to start putting on the yellow. I'll bring you back when it's time. Alright, I've got a piece of plywood under it to keep the yellow paint off my trailer. We're going to go ahead and put a light coat on the whole thing. Alright, we're going to let that dry, and then we're going to come back over it with a heavier coat. Alright, so you can see we've got the right side of the deck. We got a second coat on it. It's looking pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and finish painting this thing, and I'll get back to you guys when the paint's dry and we're ready to put all the new parts on. Okay, so it's a couple days later. The paint is finally done and dry, and now we're ready to put the deck back together. So we're going to start off with the idler pulleys, and then we'll probably do the spindles. Got one here. Two other ones. Alright, there's our idlers. They all spinning good. We're going to put this spring back on, and we'll show you a little trick. I would usually do this with like a piece of string, little piece of rope, but I'm going to hook this bungee cord into that spring to get it set back in where it needs to go. Just put both the hooks on the spring hook. And there you go. That's done. Okay. Now we need to do our spindles. Right. So I'm going to repeat that 2 more times, and then we'll stand it up. Well, we're going to put the pulleys on. We'll stand it up and put the new blades on it. Alright, so I got a little bit ahead of myself. You don't actually need to tighten your idler pulleys down yet, because your belt keepers are going to be in the way of you putting your belt on. So you're going to have to be able to pick the pulley up to get the belt in there. I've got the deck washout port. This was bent from who knows what, but I got it fairly straight. So we're going to put that back on. Then we're going to bolt the spindle pulleys down, throw the blades on it. Then when we get it back laid down, we're going to put the belt on it, and we'll basically be done. These do have kind of a hexagonal hole, so they just have to be clocked right to match the pattern on the shaft itself. Alright, if this is your cutting side, it ramps up to lift the grass up so it can throw it out. So you want the wing part pointing to the bottom of the deck, or up towards the top, just like this. I'm gonna get you off the tripod and go see. So we got it coming around. This pulley goes all the way around to that one right here, out to your PTO. Yep. All right, we're gonna go ahead and tighten these 3 down, and then I'm going to pull the mower back up on here, get the deck mounted, and I'll bring you back when all that's done. All right, we've got her put back together. I just wanted to give y'all a walk around on this machine. When I got it a few days ago, it looked nothing like this. I gave it a good wash, pressure wash, put a little bit of shine on the wheels. Cleaned up in the engine bay. Everything in there looks much better. All this was all just black covered in dirt. And probably the biggest improvement aside from the deck is the headlights. I should have taken a video of this thing when I first got it, because a lot's happened, but the headlights look brand new now. They were all yellowed, couldn't see through them, foggy. And that is thanks to this right here. This ingredient right here, DEET, that's what you want. You just spray it on the headlights, let it sit for just a couple minutes. When they're really bad, like these were, which I had these out, I took them all the way out, but when they're really bad, you can actually see the yellow stuff just run down off of them. So you put that on there for just a couple minutes, take you a clean rag, wipe them down real good. It'll be kind of sticky. Wipe them down until they smooth out. And I think I did 2 coats on these. Sometimes you need more than that, but I mean, they really do a good job. So yeah, I think the deck turned out pretty good. I've got to get some brake clean on a rag. That'll take this right off easy. But yeah, I think the deck turned out pretty nice. All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap the video up. I appreciate y'all watching. I think this is gonna be the first video I've uploaded on this channel. If you like this kind of content, I'm gonna be doing a lot of the same stuff, but sometimes different. I'll work on hydraulic systems, doing some stuff on diesels, and a lot on vehicles. I'll give you kind of a little peek of what I've got. So yeah, I do a lot. This is my daily driver. 1989 Chevy S10 Blazer. I've done a lot of work to this thing, so there should be videos coming up here in the future on this thing as well. Like I said, I work on a lot of lawnmowers, four-wheelers. Just if you're into this kind of content, please consider subscribing. All right, well, I'm signing off. Thank you guys, and have a good day.